Like where we from, if you look like you got money and you look like you got something that somebody want, people will come to your house. They'll come running. They'll try to run in your house, bro.
Seven things you didn't know about Damian Lillard.
Before we get into our video, just a reminder about our giveaway. We are giving away 2 copies of NBA 2K21. The Standard Edition with Dame Time on the cover, and the Mamba Forever Edition on our channel here at Baller Central. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, and leave a comment on who you believe is the clutchest player ever in the game of basketball in the comment section below. We'll go through the comments and gather names, and make sure you're subscribed and notifications are on, so you'll know when our NBA 2K giveaway video drops. It's that simple. Anyway, let's get into it.
The NBA bubble so far has been a success, and Portland Trailblazers star Damian Lillard has recently shown us that he's top-tier talent. He's put on a monster showing in the Orlando bubble, proving to the world that right now, he's the best point guard in the league. Though Lillard has come under the media spotlight lately, he's still a relatively reserved personality. There's still a lot the average NBA fan may not know about one of the league's best talents. Here's 7 things you may not have known about Damian Lillard. Number 7. He was a 2-star prospect in high school. For his sophomore year of high school, Lillard transferred to St. Joseph Notre Dame High School in Alameda, California. However, after not receiving enough playing time, he moved again to Oakland High School for his junior and senior years, where he experienced much more success. Lillard made first-team All-League his junior and senior years, averaging 22.4 points and 5.2 assists per game as a senior. Though he led the Oakland Okers to a 23-9 record in his final year there, Rivals.com ended up rating him as just a 2-star prospect. Lillard was just 6 feet tall and weighed 165 pounds at the time. ESPN ranked him as their 48th best point guard in the country. Since he flew under the radar in terms of high school recruitment, he ended up committing to mid-major Division I Weber State, a member of the Big Sky Conference located in Ogden, Utah. Number 6. He played at Weber State for 4 years. In the modern NBA, it's rare to find players who played college ball for more than a year or two. 4-year guys have become increasingly rare because teams often look to draft younger prospects with more potential to grow as they adapt to the next level. Lillard is one of those exceptions, as he played at Weber State from 2008 to 2012. After averaging 11.5 points per game as a freshman, he exploded onto the national scene by starting every game and putting up 19.9 points per contest as a sophomore. Though he continued his hot shooting and volume scoring as a junior, an unfortunate foot injury sidelined him 10 games into the season. Lillard decided to exercise his medical redshirt option and sat out the rest of the year. In his final year at Weber State, which was his redshirt junior season, Lillard put up 24.5 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists per game, while shooting 47% from the field and 41% from 3. His talent was undeniable, and it finally garnered him the recognition from NBA scouts that he deserved. Number 5. Dion Waiters and Thomas Robinson were drafted before him. When the 2012 NBA draft came around, Lillard was still not considered to be a top-tier prospect. As one might expect, there was some trepidation from teams about his size and the fact that he was coming from such a little-known school.
I got to Weber, and I thought I was doing something, getting a scholarship, and I'm like, I ain't even starting. And I got to the league, it was the same thing. Like,
Anthony Davis and Bradley Beal were selected before him, which makes sense considering the success they've enjoyed in the league since. Both of them clearly had superstar potential, and they were hailing from college basketball powerhouses. Even the selection of Michael Kidd-Gilchrist with the 2nd pick is understandable, since he was coming from the University of Kentucky team on which Davis had played. However, the 2 selections before Lillard are head-scratchers. With the 4th overall pick, the Cleveland Cavaliers took Dion Waiters. Waiters is by no means a bad player, but he's experienced his fair share of off-the-court problems since entering the league and has never flashed any star potential. Then, in an even more confusing move, the Sacramento Kings selected Thomas Robinson with the 5th pick of the draft. Robinson hasn't played in the NBA since 2017, and he bounced around the league when he was in it. Hindsight may be 2020, but the Cavs and Kings clearly struck out, and the Trailblazers won the lottery by taking Lillard with the 6th pick. Number 4. He was a unanimous Rookie of the Year. Lillard didn't just have a great rookie season, he blew the competition out of the water. In his first year in Portland, he turned heads by averaging 19 points, 6.5 assists, and 3.1 rebounds per game while shooting 43% from the field and 37% from 3. There were no longer any doubts about whether or not this Weber State product could produce at the next level. He won Western Conference Rookie of the Month every month, becoming one of just 8 players to do so since 1981. He also finished 5th in the NBA in three-pointers made, 12th in points per game, and tied for 16th in assists per game. But Lillard's most impressive feat that year was being voted the unanimous winner of the 2013 Rookie of the Year award. Only Blake Griffin, David Robinson, and Ralph Sampson had ever done the same, putting him in prestigious company. Number 3. He made an All-NBA team and was snubbed from the AllStar game in the same year. Lillard is a 5-time All-Star, but he deserves to have made the game 7 times in his career. He averaged 25.1 points per game in 2016 and 27 points per game in 2017, but didn't make the All-Star team either year. Even more confusing, he made the All-NBA second team in 2016. This is probably the most prominent example of how the NBA has overlooked Lillard throughout his career. The Trailblazers play in a small market in Portland, and they're a team that usually makes the playoffs but is rarely a true title contender. As a result, Lillard was often passed over for the All-Star game in favor of more well-known guards from the West like Klay Thompson, Russell Westbrook, and Chris Paul. Thankfully, he now seems to be a lock for the game every season. Number 2. He's the best rapper in the NBA. Many NBA players have tried their hand at rapping, but Lillard has some real musical talent. Going by the stage name Dame Dollar, he's racked up nearly 600,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, an incredible feat for someone who plays basketball full-time. He has a track with over 8 million streams, and he's featured rappers like Lil Wayne, Jadakiss, and 2 Chainz on his albums. Though he had to sit out the 2020 NBA All-Star Game due to a groin injury, he was able to put on a live rap performance at the event. Unlike most professional athletes who have dreams of becoming rappers, Lillard could actually turn his passion into a career after his time in the NBA is over. Number 1. He was held up at gunpoint in high school. Lillard grew up in Oakland, California, a city notorious for its violence and gang activity. As a high schooler, it was nearly impossible for him to avoid danger every day. After leaving basketball practice at Oakland High School one night, Damian was surrounded by 3 men who wanted to rob him. However, in a moment of bravery, he refused to give them any money. A fight broke out, but Lillard was able to fend them off. However, when one of the men pulled out a gun, he was forced to give up. Damian made it his mission to get his family out of Oakland, reach the NBA, and earn the financial means to free himself and his family from the dangerous circumstances in which they used to live. Any other interesting players we should cover? Let us know in the comments below. Also, now that you're here, leave us a like and subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed this video. And remember, turn notifications on to receive more amazing sports content. We'll see you next time at Bala Central.